Hi everybody, this is Bug S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Avengers Endgame War Machine figure. So before we take a look at War Machine, let's take a look at the accessories that he comes with. So first up, he comes with his shoulder turret, and this is done the same color that his other accessories and the rest of his body is done in, that shimmery, really dark gray color, kind of like a charcoal color. The only paint variation it has is some red right there. And this is on a ball joint, so it does give it some articulation. Just plug it in like that. And it stays in very tightly. I mean, if you push the articulation to its limits, it'll of course pop out of there. But you don't have to worry about it doing that for the most part. And up next, he comes with forearm blasters. And he comes with two of these, and both of these are the same, because they just poured into his forearm right there. And they have a little bit of sculpt detail to them, but I wish it would have had like a black wash or a silver wash or something like that. I feel like the paint is pretty basic on this figure. So you just pop them on like that. And sometimes on the right arm, I've had this one fall off. The left one isn't as bad. I'm not sure why the right one is more loose, but it is. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. So taking a look at the head sculpt, let's move that right there. It looks really good. It has a little bit of sculpting detail to it. Well, I suppose it does have a lot of sculpt detail to it, but not really a huge amount of paint detail, because it just has the silver for the face plate right there, and then the red outline to the eyes looks really good. I like it when Hasbro does that with the Iron Man figures, gives them an outline on the eyes. The red really stands out on this for some reason. And he has a little bit of paint detail right there. I actually think that's the printing tech that they used to print that on there. It's painted red, and then they use the white, they use printing tech to put the white on there, because it looks a little spotty if you get really up close on it. But as you can see, he is cast in this collar right here, that really dark gray, almost charcoal color, and he has a little bit of silver paint right here. The right side is painted better than the left side. You get some scuff right there where it's not painted on. And this is the War Machine Mark 6 armor. And before I get any further into this video, this is inaccurate how he actually looks in the movie. This was done, of course, with the concept art that we saw. But turns out in the movie he actually has... the suit is similar to this in like the bulkiness aspect of it, but the colors are actually that of the Iron Patriot. He's the silver, red, and blue. But we are getting the real version of how he actually appeared in the movie in the Thor wave. If you're curious about that, go a couple videos back. I did a video covering the whole Thor wave, and you'll be able to see the War Machine that I'm talking about. He has the Air Force insignia right there. And there's a weird, like, white place right there. It almost looks like white paint was on it and then got wiped off. Now, I'm not sure what that's from, because the white looks pretty clean here. So yeah, I'm not sure why that is. And the shoulder pads are done in a very soft, rubbery material. And if you look down in there, it is connected just by a peg right there. By that rubber peg in there, it's just glued in there. But I feel like if you force it, you're going to rip it off. So when I move the arms out, I only move it out that far, because that's already moving it out that much. And if you do that very much, it is going to eventually just fall off. So I try not to move the shoulders out very far if possible. And he has some more sculpt detail right here on his lower torso. He has some silver painted on. His back has some sculpt detail, but the only silver that's painted on is right here on the... I think these are supposed to be turrets in the movie. Turrets that pop out of those. But the only paint detail is some silver right there, and even then it didn't get painted on the greatest. And then you have some silver on his thighs, which, that's kind of spotty. And then some more silver painted on down here. That's really about all to go over with this figure. Now, the articulation on mine is not the greatest, and I will show that off right now. He has a ball-jointed head that can't look back at all. It can move down slightly. He can move his head side to side. He has a ball-jointed cannon right here, or turret, or whatever you want to call it, that can move up slightly and down slightly and move side to side. He has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out that far. If you move him out any farther, you're probably going to rip the shoulder pads off. He has swivel at the bicep, single jointed elbow that only moves in that far. He should be able to move just a little bit farther, but mine won't move in any farther. And it also swivels side to side there. He has swivel at the wrist that can move up and down and side to side. He has ball jointed diaphragm that can only move back slightly and really can't move forward at all, but it can move side to side. He has ball jointed hips that can just about do a complete split. He can kick forward all the way and back just a little bit. He has swivel at the thigh that really can't move that much because of the armor right there. So you move it in that far, it's gonna, well, you can move it to the right more, and you can move the left side to the left more, but you really can't bend in. Now, here is my main complaint with the figure. He has double jointed knees that are a nightmare to move. The first time I did this, I popped his whole leg off. Now, there, that one went. But, yeah, that double jointed knee there, it is very stiff. Getting this back into place here is just about as bad. Okay, so now let's put that back on there. And he has swiveled the ankle that can move down slightly and up slightly. His boot there does get in the way. And he has an ankle rocker. So overall, the articulation isn't great on this figure. Hopefully with the second version we're getting in the Thor wave, the articulation will be much better. Because the articulation on him is very stiff and not great. I do like the figure, but I really wish that the articulation would have been just a little bit better. So here are some size comparisons. First up, here he is next to the Age of Ultron War Machine. And this one did come with an alternate head. I meant to show this off here. I wanted to see if it would fit on here. Let's see. Not sitting on the peg, it sits like that. It's very loose and will fall off. But there. All the way on the peg there, it is very low, and that looks dumb. There. So if you wanted to do that, you could. The colors won't match up because this is actually a black color, whereas this is just a really, really dark gray. But you can make it work. Up next, here he is, next to the Captain America Civil War version. And as you can see, the armors just keep getting bulkier, and this is the Mark III. The previous one I showed you was Mark II. The first Mark, did they ever make a Marvel Legend of that? I can't remember if they did or not. But there he is next to the Civil War version. And finally, here he is next to Worthy Captain America. There. Wait, oh, I have to hold it there. So there he is next to Worthy Captain America. So, overall, I do like the figure, but I do have issues with it. Mainly the articulation, because mine is very stiff, and I really can't get him posed the greatest, especially whenever I try to bend his knee, the leg falls off there at the thigh. That's only happened to me twice. Of course, it didn't happen during this video, but still, I do like this figure, but I do have my issues with it. And I really wanted to like it a lot better than I did. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.